Big scene here of all these big rigs coming around, trying to make a turnaround up there through this little neighborhood. I don't know if they're able to though. But yeah, fire department has the road closed off. I guess there's a bad accident down there, but they're trying to figure out what to do with these big rigs. So looks like they're letting them through actually, huh? Interesting. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am here in Locust Gap, starting my day off exploring Locust Gap at the firehouse. I was intrigued the other day. We got stuck in the other side of Locust Gap due to an auto accident block on the highway. So did a little research and decided I wanted to come down and see the place a little more for myself. So let's take a ride around and see what we come up with. Let's back on. Like I said, there's a fire hydrant right over here, which is good to have at the firehouse. Like a nice little area to hang out back here, actually. Almost like a concession stand right there. Looks like beer taps in the wall, actually. That's what those are. Beer taps in the wall, that's pretty cool. Nice little built pavilion here, got some old benches. Definitely shows an old volunteer tradition. Old benches. I wonder if they do anything at this place still. Back side of it. We crack on some more here. It's a nice cloudy day out in the coal region. 70 degrees right now with an overcast sky, as you can see. Not too bad though for Sunday. See LGFC VFW it says on here. I don't know if the camera's picking it up that well in this setting. A little bit windy here and there, but yeah, it's a really nice built block here. A little newer concession stand area, a little nicer, newer concrete. But I think that's about it for the firehouse. Looks like you can't come in this way through it. So we're gonna look around a little bit and see what else is going on. Wave to the guy in the window now. So let's talk a little bit about Locust Gap. It's an unincorporated town here in Northumberland County, Pennsylvania. Locust Gap was built around the rich anthracite coal veins, with one vein reportedly being 40 feet thick. The town's population was largely Irish. As we drive around, all you see is old coal mining lands that need to be reclaimed, but they're being used for road property for off-roading. As you see, it's a lot of that going on around here. There they go. Crack on, y'all. After wartime boom and subsequent prosperity, Locust Gap began to enter a period of decline. Through its mining past remains an integral part of the identity of the town. The community story is documented in history accounts. You can find this information online just like I did. So like much of our towns and villages we visit, it kind of has the same history to it. With the coal mines going, the town goes with it. But let's check it out and see what else we can find. So we're going to cross Route 901 here in a second, and we're going to see what the other side of town looks like. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take our ride around Locust Gap. Start up here on McGee Alley and Church Street. So my first impression, not a bad looking little spot. Shows its history and its age. I understand we have some real nice houses next to us here to the left too. And we're up on 2nd Street now. There's a cemetery to my left. There. Really nice house right here coming up by the cemetery. There's a really nice church
Oh wow, look at that. A really nice looking church right there. A little windy out today. I'm gonna have to do something about that in a second. But yeah, let's take a look at the church here and let's ride up through here. This looks like the way to get into the cemetery, but to me it looked like a private driveway at first, so I was hesitant to ride up through. If it is, we'll just get out of here if we're told to. There's a little puppy over here. So it looks like St. Joe's Cemetery. Yeah, look at the cute little puppy. But this is a private driveway. Is this a private driveway? Okay. And is the church private property? Okay, I'm just filming an area. I'm just not trying to get private property. That's all. All right. We're gonna crack on, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so the church is somebody's house. We won't be recording that. Found a little interesting spot here. And it looks like directly behind me is a coal mine operation, the way this hill's built here. Up here, top of the cemetery. So that church right there is actually somebody's house, so we can't go over there and report that. We can look from the public land though, at least. And that magnificent looking house they have. I bet you that thing's a beauty on the inside too. But yeah. Very beautiful area so far. Yeah, we're cracking on, riding through the city, checking everything out. That's a little cool ride over here. Really nice. Looks like a road goes this way, so let's check that out too. I kind of zigzag around. Like I said, it's kind of windy out here today, so hopefully we'll get some audio cleanup done. Oh, big bump. We're now on 3rd and McGee Alley. Not so bad looking around here, is it? That's pretty cool for an old village. It's an unincorporated town though. Unincorporated. Now we're on 3rd and Main Street. Looks like we come to a dead end actually. Here, private property, no trespassing. As you know, we won't go. Oh look, there's a cool little shrine over there in that yard. Reminds me of the one that's down in Centralia. A nice little tent set up here. So this must be someone's campground here. So we're gonna crack on and finish up going up and down Main Street real quick. Look at that, we've come to the train tracks. There's a trail for pro property, it looks like right here. Goes up into a nice little mountain area. I imagine that's the old coal mine back there. Read up on a little bit about the place before I came, so I know what to look for. Looks like the trail actually comes from over this way right here in front of us. It says absolutely no motor vehicles allowed is what that sign says. Look at that, train tracks there. Pretty cool, right? Don't look like they were used often, do they? Yeah, let's go that way. Another trail over there. And that's Route 901 over there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a really interesting area that we're coming up to here. These houses everywhere. These are really nice ones down around here. Look at that. There we are. That's really cool. We gotta stop and take a look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. Nice display for Halloween. Got that one hanging there. Grim Reaper. Look at this skeleton. Tell me that ain't cool. But anyways, we gotta crack on. We got more. And looks like it says Melrose. Melrose and Maine. There's a little alleyway. I really like the way this feels here, like a small, tight-knit community that nobody's really bothers anybody. Seems very peaceful. Occasionally I hear some kids, which is really nice actually. I love the old architect. You see the cast iron on the porches and the old brickwork wood frames. Really cool. And then you got the new styles mixed in too. You can see where they did rebuilds and stuff like that. But anyways, enough of yapping, let's get cracking. We've come to a street with no name, right off of Main Street. Sign took a little war out there. Looks like I need to refresh a little bit. But real nice in this area. Zoom back out so you can see better. This is a real nice little spot. You can tell this probably was a corner store at one point right here. See how it has a side door like that? Right past where the skeleton is. Big pigeon. But yeah, we're gonna crack on down the road a little bit. And you see there's a park right down there. There's a place to rent up here. If y'all can see that up there or not. The bike's making a lot of noise today as usual. It's like an old shop maybe here at one point. Well, here we are. There's a reason we came to this site right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you about it once we get right over there. 1854 it says. I don't know what it used to be. We're gonna check it out though. 1854. You got my interest intrigued now. I had to stop and take a couple shots of that. That's on Main and Marshall Street. Like I said, we're trying to get over there because there's something else that we have. Gentlemen, here we are. So to understand more about why I came here, we have to do some overlay and some replay from back the other day. So let's crack on.
That came loose and went down the tracks.
Oh, right over here?
Yeah, it exploded.
Oh, I seen something over there about that.
Yeah, right there. That was one of them.
Yeah, that one right there, yeah. And that happened right over here?
Yeah, it went from here down to behind Landscape Services.
Oh, wow.
They destroyed a bunch of buildings.
In the shadows where whispers blend, a freight train rolls, two sections bend, hearts racing fast, but fate won't wait. An explosion echoes, sealing their fate. Smoke and sorrow, a tragic dance, lost forever in a fleeting chance. Cry for the so lost, sing that pain in the wreckage of the broken chain. Echoes of laughter now turn to...
This is where everybody comes and gets their mail from what I understand. So if you live in Locust Gap, everybody's mail is delivered to one location. You have to come. These are just right across the street to get their mail, but if you live anywhere around here, even on the other side over there, you have to come over here to get your mail. There is actually no post office here anymore. But that's going to wrap it up for today, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all checking it out with me. Until next time, rise above, crack on. There's something you don't see every day. This is a fire truck playground set. I guess you can call it. It has a slide on it. It's pretty darn cool. Wouldn't you say? I got my shadow cast in there. Yeah, look at that. The sliding board.